And as we near 1 year since January 6th, 3 retired U.S. Generals are now warning the Pentagon to prepare for a possible insurrection or even civil war after the 2024 election. They fear an uprising could be fueled by divisions and potentially lethal chaos, their words, within the U.S. military ranks. In a Washington Post op-ed, they write, and I'm quoting now, "We are chilled to our bones at the thought of a coup succeeding next time." They argue that the potential for a total breakdown of the chain of command along partisan lines from the top of the chain to squad level is significant should another insurrection occur. The idea of rogue units organizing among themselves to support the rightful commander-in-chief cannot be dismissed. Under such a scenario, it is not outlandish to say a military breakdown could lead to civil war. Let's discuss with one of the authors, retired Major General Paul Eaton. Major General, thank you so much for joining us. That's an incredibly stark warning. Why do you feel so compelled to raise the alarm?
Well, thank you very much for inviting me. The intent of the op-ed is to bring up the possibility that the armed forces of the United States could be infected by what we are watching develop in the Republican Party. We tend to be a conservative lot. The military installations have a constant feed of Fox News going in there. And what we've got is an opportunity for the Republican Party, 39% who don't believe that President Biden is the duly elected president of the United States. 17% of the Republican Party espouse the use of violence in a future election. We've got 10% of those charged during the insurrection on 6 January were veterans. We have 124 retired generals and admirals who wrote a letter that stated they don't buy the election results, and they also questioned the suitability, the competence of President Biden to serve as president. You have governors in Oklahoma, Florida, Texas, who believe that they, not the commander-in-chief, the president of the United States, will have complete control over the National Guard in their states. These are indications and warning. These are data points that create a sense of malaise in those who are studying the problem. So the point of the op-ed was, this is a possibility. These are some of the indications and warnings that we need to pay attention to. And here are some mitigating opportunities to buy down the problem. So it is it's a warning. It's heads up.
What do you say, General, to the critics out there who argue you're being too alarmist?
Well, I hope I am. I absolutely hope that I am. But I've been around enough that I can see the context and units that will do this. We, again, our young men and women understand the Constitution of the United States and that they support and defend the Constitution of the United States. The military is a very hierarchical organization, obviously, a chain of command. At the top of the chain of command is the commander-in-chief, the president of the United States. If an entire political party is able to insert doubt into the electoral process, they are inserting doubt into the chain of command and the perception of the chain of command by the rank and file of the United States military. That is dangerous. And that is exactly what's going on right now. And the sanctity of our electoral process is exactly what the men and women of the armed forces are deigned to support as they support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
It's very alarming. Let's hope it doesn't happen. Retired Major General Paul Eaton, thanks so much for joining us. Thanks for all your service. I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Coming up,